To our professor, Dr. Manuel Roman, to my fellow educators, good day. I am Marites M. Molina, your today's discussant. My topic for today is all about issues, trends, and controversies in school supervision. Supervision is a managerial process that involves monitoring a person's performance. Its function is to stimulate, direct, guide, and encourage the teachers to apply instructional procedures, techniques, principles, and devices, assist the teachers to accomplish his purpose, and to solve the problems that arise in his teaching. Supervision is a quasi-managerial function. Important function of supervisor is moving group towards performance, attaining of predefined tasks and goals. In the process of supervision, the managerials or supervisors face certain trends, issues, and controversies. Trends. When we say trends, it is the prevailing tendency or inclination. So trends in school administration and supervision. Expansion of educational opportunities and services. That is, DepEd budget, enrollment, and number of. Expansion of educational services. As the enrollment in all levels increase, there will be a corresponding increase in the educational services in terms of money, materials, and manpower. And with the increase in the educational services, we may expect that the best of our administrators and supervisors would be put to a severe test. Educational planning. What is educational planning? Refers to activities which takes place within the framework of general development training. Establishes qualitative and quantitative targets for educational development. Use of educational planning. Underdeveloped countries are able to deal with all the problems of education in an integrated, wholesale fashion instead of on piecemeal basis, are able to clearly determine their goals and give direction to their efforts, and are able to establish priorities in educational expenditures. Number 2, value. The country is able to merit the appreciation and sympathy of more developed nations, and the latter become disposed to give literal assistance to the country concerned. Number 3, most careful and systematic planning will enable the nation to realize its goal to the greatest extent possible with the major resources at its disposal. What are the fundamental principles of educational planning? The number one trend in school supervision. Educational planning is concerned with the best use of human resources since it pertains to economic and social development. Number 2, educational planning is essential where educational goals must be set and established which are consonant with national goals and manpower needs. Number 3, educational planning seeks to facilitate the implementation of policies to achieve educational goals. And number 4, where there are insufficient funds to meet all requirements for trained manpower, priorities must be established and short and long-range plans must be made to provide efficient and economical educational programs. Number 5, planning is a high-level staff functioning, providing professional guidance to the authorities in the determination of educational goals and the involving of educational policies and their execution. Educational planning must be a comprehensive and continuous process and must be periodically. Number 3 trend is the democratization of school administrations and supervisions. Our commitment to democracy is safeguarded and enhanced if administrative and supervisory officials set the tone for practice of democratic procedures. The structure and process of the school should provide models of the democratic procedure. Number 4. Greater reliance on the research and the scientific method of inquiry. Research plays a vital role in making the educational enterprise meet more adequately the task of educating people. Studies and researchers are indications of a trend toward greater reliance on research and on the scientific method of inquiry. They are healthy signs of growing awareness and acceptance on the part of our school people of the need and importance of the application of the scientific approach to the solution of the education. The crucial role of the instructional materials in the promotion of nationalism. Improvement of home industries so that they will be patronized. Number 2, appreciation of the service of Filipino great men and women. And number 3, preservation of our cultural issues in the supervision. Number 1, position of the supervisor in the supervision. The supervisors occupies a twilight position between managers and the workers. The managers above him, like the division superintendent, regional directors, the secretary, expect the supervisors to act as their spokesman and has to transmit and interpret the information and instructions from the management to teachers and vice versa. Not enough authority in supervision. A supervisor is expected to convert a managerial ideas and goals into concrete operational results. But the problem is that he is not given enough authority to make operational decisions and also not accepted as part of the management. His position is such that he is open in dilemma as to whom to please. If he pleases managers, he is subjected to earn the displeasure of the workers, and vice versa. Thus, to be successful in his activity, supervisor should keep an equal distance between the two parties and balance their conflicting attitudes and goals. Number 3, supervision is prone to criticism. One of the notable problems of supervision is that it is prone to criticism. Frequently, the supervisor gets advice, suggestions, instructions, and observations from several specialist staff units. At every stage of his functioning, he has to reflect on the likely implication of his activities, on the thinking of such specialists are suggesting, for helping or interfering, and whether they are making their own observations or criticizing his working. Number 4, inadequate time in supervision. One of the problems of supervision is that much of the supervision's time is wasted on keeping records, filling in forms, submitting returns and memoranda for the benefit of the level management. This leaves the supervisors in inadequacy of time to the real supervisory work. For an effective supervision, a supervisor should be given adequate authority, responsibility, and status. He should be supplied the full information and knowledge on all matters affecting the working of his work unit. He should be provided with an adequate number of assistants to share his work directly under his control.